Hello and welcome to the Evolve Pipedrive podcast, where we talk all things sales, apps, and the Pipedrive marketplace. Today I'm joined by Mathias Saint-Jean, who's the head of Rev Ops at Unito, and he's going to walk us through the brand new integration that they have with Pipedrive and taking us through a user journey with one of the other apps.
Hi, Bruce. Thank you very much for having me. Indeed, I'm Mathias Saint-Jean, and I'm spearheading the revenue operations practice here at Unito. Today, I'm going to walk you through the brand new integration that we have. This Unito integration is available on the Pipedrive marketplace. And basically, I'm going to show you how you can synchronize your contacts between Pipedrive and, for this example, Mailchimp. So we're going to focus on a very specific use case, which is how you can automate your lead lifecycle management between a marketing automation tool and your preferred CRM, Pipedrive. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah. No, I love it. This is my first time seeing this, and first time for many because it's new to the Pipedrive marketplace. So I'm very excited.
Cool, let's do it. So it all starts, for this example, in Mailchimp. So you know that your marketing team is running amazing campaigns, sending newsletter, creating nurturing campaigns. But at some point, the contact has to be ready to be handled by the sales team. So what happens if my contact in Mailchimp, and I'm going to create one just for you. So let's take the Evolve plus Pipedrive at unito.io. Contact, first name would be Evolve. Up, getting there. Evolve. Last name would be Pipe Drive. Then it's not off to a good start there. Up Pipe Drive. Of course, you can synchronize a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to focus on first name, last name, email, and add this marketing qualified lead tag in Mailchimp directly.
And you've made those tags yourself, right? You've
Exactly.
yeah.
So this is actually a very good question, but the beauty of Pipedrive is those custom fields, and this is basically the same for Mailchimp. So you can create as many tags as you want, and it allows you to tag your audience, to refine your segments, pretty much like you would do it in Pipedrive with the custom fields.
Mm.
So that's pretty interesting. So we indeed created this contact. The marketing team tagged the contact as marketing qualified lead. And now I'm back in Pipedrive. So Pipedrive is my CRM. I'm handling all those deals, all this business, and my sales rep are pretty happy working in Pipedrive. I'm going to do just the one thing, which is to activate the flow that I've created in Unito for the example, just to show you how it works. Be patient. I'm going to work you through the flow itself after the presentation of the magic.
We want to see behind the curtain.
Exactly, that's it. What's happening? I've got a lot of people like working right now here in Montreal to make it happen. No, so as you can see right away, the contact has been created. So once again, we created it back in Mailchimp, right? We tagged it as a marketing qualified lead, and there you go. You have the Evolve Pipedrive contact appearing in the contact section in your Pipedrive. So new
Mm-hmm.
people. Once again, I synchronize this tag, this MailChimp tag, with a custom field in Pipedrive, which is the person status or the contact status. So what is the contact status? You go from, I don't know, from subscriber to marketing qualified lead to opportunity and finally customer, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, this is the marketing qualified lead information that we wanted to sync between MailChimp and Pipedrive. So there you go. You've got your contact, and the contact is labeled as a marketing qualified lead. Of course, you can implement a bunch of workflows directly in Pipedrive, for example, to transform this contact into a lead right away. So if a person is updated and the condition is person status equals marketing qualified lead, then create a lead for your sales rep, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't do it for this example, but that's the idea. The Pipedrive automation can take the relay.
Yeah. Okay. So once it drops in with the
Hmm.
filter that's required, then
Hmm.
using Pipedrive's own workflow automation,
Exactly.
you can then do a lot.
Exactly.
And like you said, create a lead, create a deal with tasks attributed to individuals or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's down to everyone to choose if it's relevant or not. Uh, in that case, this is what I will do if I was administrating the CRM or
Hmm.
working in the sales team. So contact with the right label is created, the right tag. Then you turn it into a lead right away, and you let the sales rep do their magic. So they have to work that lead, um get those meetings, place those phone calls and stuff, up to the point where you could eventually turn it into a deal.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do that for the example. So I'm gonna save a new deal and associate a new deal to this contact that we've created, because the beauty of Unito is that we can synchronize information both ways. So this is very important, and this is how we differentiate ourselves on the market. You bring some information from another system to Pipedrive, but you can do the other way around. So this contact was a MQL synced over to Pipedrive. The sales rep created a deal out of this contact, and let's see what happens when I win the deal, of course, because this is what we want to do to win businesses. So I created another workflow right into Pipedrive so that every deal won will basically change the person's status to customer,
Mm.
which is very important. So that's important in your CRM, of course, but that's important as well because now I can synchronize this information back in the marketing automation tool. So let's see if it worked first here in Pipedrive. So I want it to be
There
now a
we go.
customer. There you go. So this is a
Mm.
customer. I'm going to activate manually the Unito flow once again and check if I'm getting that information back in Mailchimp. Why do I want this tag to be updated? Because once again, my marketing team wants to run campaigns on existing customers as well. So sending customers newsletter or send the product roundup, lots of information or
Yeah.
marketing initiatives on
Yeah.
customer. So there you go. Now your contact in Mailchimp is a customer on
Mm.
top of being a marketing qualified lead before that. But that's the main idea. The lead is now a customer. So this is how you can basically automate your entire lead lifecycle management process using Unito between Pipedrive, your CRM, and the marketing automation tool. So that's Mailchimp for the example.
Yeah. I love that. That's really, really cool. Now, are we going to see how the sausage is made?
Exactly. Exactly. So now that we've seen how it works between both tools, let's take a look at Unito itself and how we've built that flow and make sure that all those actions happen in the background.
So,
So when,
so
yeah,
yeah, was like that wasn't you manually turned them on, right? So that was, and I think
exactly,
there were two. Um,
exactly.
yeah,
So I did that just to have a better control over the information that I wanted to sync.
yeah,
But Unito offers an auto sync feature as well.
hmm,
So I could definitely use that as well. For the demo, I wanted to be the one to handle the pace and stuff like
yeah,
that. So that's just for the sake of it.
yeah,
But yes, you can either, and that's a tip that I will recommend at the end, when you test stuff, don't go with the auto sync feature right away
no,
or the live sync feature right away. Do your stuff, click on sync now, and see what happens
mm,
and what behaves before going full live.
yeah,
But thanks for the question, Bruce. So in our case, I'm going to show you how you basically create a flow using Unito and realize that. So this is a four-step process. The first step, and I'm going to edit this style, is to connect the different accounts. So in our case, for our example, we want to sync the work in Mailchimp with a specific account. with a specific work item. So the work item for the example is contact, but we integrate tools using tasks or deals. So those are other work items.
Mhm.
So I'm going to focus on contact with the right audience, and you do just the same with Pipedrive. So you connect the Pipedrive account. The type is person. This is how Pipedrive calls the object, and that's your first step.
Mhm.
The second step is to choose how you want the information to flow, in what direction, basically. So choose your flow direction. This is a crucial step because you could allow a two-way contact creation between Unito and Pipedrive. But for our demonstration, I just want to create contacts in Pipedrive from Mailchimp. So I'm basically respecting the, let's call it the marketing and sales funnel. At some point, I don't want, for this example, I don't want to create contact from Pipedrive to Mailchimp,
Yeah.
right? So that's about the contact creation. It can
Mhm.
be one way or both ways. You can decide.
Yeah.
Just a note on that, if you choose a one-way flow direction on contact creation, you can still update fields and information both ways. So this is what we call a creation, a one-way creation, two-way update, if it
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's the one-way creation. So now we're basically playing with the audience and defining the different filters and rules that will apply on your Mailchimp and Pipedrive contact. Because we are talking about contacts, we need to talk about duplicates. Of course, the same email address can exist in your marketing automation tool and in Pipedrive. And in that case, you want to make sure that you don't overwrite the wrong information in the system. And you need to choose one tool as the source of truth. So
Mm.
for our example, Pipedrive will be the source of truth because this is a CRM, so I'm expecting the information to be up to date in our CRM. So I decide that when an email address in Mailchimp is the same as the one in Pipedrive, I'm going to merge the duplicates and make sure that the freshest information comes from Pipedrive and not
Mhm.
Mailchimp. So now the core of our flow, what's happening? What is the rule that we've implemented? So we basically said that if a contact is in Mailchimp, in my account, and the creation date is on or after yesterday, for that
Mhm.
case, this is a very important filter because when you start testing your flow, make sure that it doesn't impact all the contacts in your database. So
Mhm.
use those filters to make sure that you have a subset of contacts you can test
Yeah.
and see how it behaves.
Yeah.
I've created a tag in Mailchimp. That tag is marketing qualified lead. So this is what I've implemented. Then I'm going to create a matching person in Pipedrive and keep them in sync. So this is what I wanted to do. That's my third step, and that's the rules. Finally, the fourth and final step is what are the fields that we need to map between Mailchimp contacts and Pipedrive persons.
Yeah.
Um, so for the example, that's last name, first name, email address, of course. And since I wanted to play with those tags in Mailchimp and custom fields in Pipedrive, I decided to map the tag with the person status field that I've created in Pipedrive.
Yeah.
So if my tag is a marketing qualified lead, then the person status becomes marketing qualified lead in Pipedrive. You can add a lot of other fields right there, address, so all the fields around your contacts. But that's pretty powerful. That's basically how I did it for our flow.
Yeah.
So connecting the tool, choosing the flow direction, choosing the rules, and choosing finally the fields that you want to map. This is it. Then you can activate your flow and make sure that your contacts are syncing between both tools. If you click the auto sync feature, every time a new subscriber is created in MailChimp and tagged as a marketing qualified lead, then it will create this contact back in Pipedrive. So full visibility across the entire funnel and no time wasted copy pasting the information or exporting your contact using a spreadsheet, for example, which I've seen a lot in past experiences.
Yeah, no, me, and the rest of the Evolve team have seen that as well too. Um, yeah, that's great. There's I think that was going to save people a lot of time, and we know a lot of people use Mailchimp, and more and more people are using Pipedrive. So, um, what's the best way to try this out? Where can they find this Unito integration and just the platform as well, right?
Yeah, of course. So there's a bunch of ways you can do just that. So if you go on the Pipedrive marketplace, we are there and referenced as Unito.io. So you can basically subscribe to a 2 weeks free trial, and you can use this demo, of course,
Mm,
to make it happen. Remember that my example was focused on lead lifecycle management, but you can play with basically all the custom fields that you can implement in Pipedrive as well, on top of the native fields
yeah,
that are being proposed. So there's a bunch of use cases you could implement between both systems.
yeah.
So marketplace, or go on our website and you can start a trial right away.
Yeah, I love it. Like, the reason we started this podcast was because we saw more and more apps joining the Pipedrive marketplace. So this is brilliant to see. So Matthias, thank you very much. And that has been a demo on the Pipedrive Evolve Pipedrive podcast. So thanks for watching. And yeah, and if you want to see more from Unito, check out in the descriptions for the trial links below. And you might be able. I'll put Matthias your LinkedIn. Uh,
Thanks you.
Details down there as
Thanks,
well, so
Bruce.
people can get maybe their own personal demo. But yeah, this has been the Evolve Pipedrive podcast demonstration, integrating using Unito to integrate Pipedrive and Mailchimp. If you found this useful, please consider liking, sharing, or subscribing. And until next time, see you later.